Hey, what is going on, guys? It is TemperAlliance, and today in this video I'm going to be talking about the Xbox One and the news that we didn't hear from it. Now there's actually has been a lot of rumors saying about, that you need constant internet in order for the Xbox One to work, which was like a load of rumors, which really doesn't, like, it normally turns out to be false because one person says it and then other people say it, and then it'll just keep on expanding and expanding and expanding until, like, basically the whole world hears it, and especially through the internet. And it turns out to be not true because the company itself would normally give the word out, and it just turns out to be false, really. But this was nearly true. Like, some of it was true, but then others was false. But the true thing is, you do need internet in order for the Xbox One to work, but it'll need like a 24-hour clock in, and what that means. The Xbox One will need access to the internet every 24 hours, and if not, the Xbox One won't work anymore, which really sucks because if the Xbox One can't get any access to the internet, that means you can't. It's pretty much a useless system. Really, it's pretty much like a brick, and you can't really do anything with it anymore. And especially for games, because you cannot play games on it. You can't play. You even can't even play single player, which really sucks because it's an offline type of system. So I just, like, it's really confusing, and I don't really get why that we can't play offline if we can't get access to the internet. Like, it's pretty much useless. The only thing that you can do on it though is just play Blu-rays, DVDs, and something else that I really can't remember. But those are the two things that you can do. So it's pretty much like a useless piece of a system. And even Don, the head of Microsoft, even said it during an interview. Fortunately we have something called the Xbox 360, so for people who have zero access to the internet, they would just need to keep the Xbox 360 and just play games on that, because for the Xbox One, if you have no access to internet, then it's pretty much a useless piece of crap. But anyway, but we don't really have to worry about that though, because all of us has access to the internet. You wouldn't be watching this video without internet. We wouldn't be able to go on the web without internet. We need pretty much, like, to go on everything on this on your computer or whatever. You need internet. So so we don't really have to worry about that. But it's pretty much stupid to me though that you have to have a 24-hour clock in, and if not, like say if that a storm came in and blew off your internet, and you won't be able to, and it broke or something, and you won't be able to, like, the company won't be able to fix it for like a week. So that pretty much means you can't do anything on it. And once it has zero access to the internet, the games only can work for up to 24 hours or an hour. It really depends. The confusing thing was you need something in order for the 24-hour to work, but normally it just lasts for like an hour, and then you're locked out of your games again, which it's like, what, like, for single player, but you can't even play single player on that, which really sucks. And there has been a lot more news about it as well, which they didn't really talk about, so I'm going to go through that now. All the information that really sucks, and that you really can't do, is that you cannot buy used games, you cannot give away to a friend, you cannot lend it to a friend, you cannot sell it, you cannot give it back to a retailer. So pretty much when you buy the game, you pretty much have to keep it forever. And if you try to give it to a friend, you have to pay a fee, or they have to pay a fee. I really don't know which is which. And in order for it to give it to a friend, they have to be on your friends list for 30 days at least, and then you can give it to your friend. But you can only do it once, which really sucks. And also, when you get the game, there's a disc, and once you put it into the Xbox One, it'll install it to the hard drive, and then the disc is pretty much useless thing, and you can just, like, throw it away. And then it's pretty much the game that you get is pretty much linked to your account, so you really can't give it away to any of your friends because it's pretty much locked in the system. And the only way to play it at your friend's house is to put your account in their Xbox in order for the games to work, which really sucks. And for the Kinect, the Kinect will come with the Xbox One. It has to be plugged in at all times, and if you plug it out, then the Xbox One won't work, which is completely stupid as well. And even if you turn it off, the Kinect will always hear you. It'll hear you at all times. And also, which they did mention, was it can read your heartbeat. Now this type of news kind of freaked everyone out. You can read your heartbeat, and it can pretty much see you in the dark with this little laser thing installed into the Kinect, which really freaked everyone out. And I saw a video and your man said best not to point it at your bed, which I found really funny. And you know, there was a lot of ranting on the internet about the Xbox One. You know, like this type of information that we're hearing, none of us like it. You know, it's not really a good idea for a next gen console that we can't really give away our games. We can't buy a used game. You know, it's pretty much stupid. And for Sony, they pretty much targeted Microsoft. They pretty much mocked Microsoft because at their press conference they pretty much promised everything the opposite from the information that we're hearing now. They're promising used games, you can send it, you can give it away to a friend, lend it to a friend, you can give it to a retailer, you can keep it forever. You know, that's what they said at the press conference, and that's what I mentioned in my last video as well. And you know, and also they made a tutorial. It was the 20-second tutorial. I think I mentioned this as well in my last video. They made a tutorial on how to share your game, and then it goes step 1, sharing your game, and your man goes, here you go, and the other guy goes, thanks. So they're pretty much mocking Microsoft because, you know, like for now the PlayStation 4 is the only system that you can use if you want to lend a game to your friend. And you know, like with all this information and a lot of ranting about the Xbox One, I'm guessing a lot of people are going to get the PlayStation 4 for the next gen console, because, you know, for now Sony is winning by a mile, like in my own opinion. But you know, like for the Xbox One, we're probably going to hear some news about it in the future. And also, for the last bit of information, it's not backwards compatible. So what that means, you can't play the Xbox 360 games on the Xbox One, which really sucks. But the good thing is, your gamer score carries on in the Xbox One, which is pretty good. But the suckish thing is, though, we can't play Xbox 360 games on the Xbox One, which really sucks, because we paid how much for each game? €60 for a game, and I had like 50 games, and once I get the Xbox One, all these 360 games are pretty much down the drain, and I have to pay for more games and install that to the hard drive, which really sucks, and what no one really wants. I think PlayStation 4 is backward compatible. I'm not really sure, but if it is, then a lot of people are just going to get PlayStation 4. That is as simple as that. A lot of people are like, there's actually a lot of videos about ranting about the Xbox One and the way that, you know, like when you pay for a game, you have full rights of the game, and that's what Sony said as well. You have full rights of the game, and you know, you can do whatever you want with it, and if you don't like it, then you should have the right to give it back, or give it back to a retailer, give it to a friend, lend it to a friend, or whatever. You have full rights of the game, and Microsoft is pretty much blocking you from doing that. And I actually found a website with all this information about it as well. If you guys want to check it out, there'll be a link in the description below. You guys can check out the website, and you know, like they're pretty much blocking you from doing that. And they did say in the website that, you know, it's not their like they don't have full control on what you do with the game. It's pretty much the publisher's idea to, you know, well, not idea, but they can pretty much lock you out if they don't want you to give it back or whatever that you want to do with the game. Like, they have full power on what you should do with the game, so you pretty much have no choice but to keep it. But if you think about it, though, for me, I always get new games. I'm always on the internet, so that's pretty much good. I always get new games. I sometimes get used games, but not as much. New games, like, you get all these cool stuff inside as well. If you get a used game, you pretty much just get the disc. And with a new game, you can get like 2-day go trial, probably like a new car if it's a racing game, a new map or whatever is inside it, and it gives you a code. So that's pretty much why I buy a new game, and I don't really sell it off, because, you know, you don't really get much money if you bring it back to a retailer or anything, so you might as well just keep the thing. Just keep the game. But yeah, there's so many ranting going on about it, which I do agree with them, though, because Microsoft shouldn't do that. You know, like what people are saying, they have full rights of the game, and they should do whatever they want with it. And for the Kinect and the way it had to be connected to the internet of all times, well, at least a 24-hour check-in, that's pretty stupid as well. But I did hear, though, the only reason for that is that so they can stop modders and hackers, and they'll know instantly if they try and do that, which is a really good idea, but it still sucks, the way that we have to connect to the internet. But anyway, hope you enjoyed this. If you did, give this video a like. It's always appreciated when you like it, and also leave a comment down below. Which console will you get now after hearing this? Will you get a PlayStation 4 or an Xbox One? You know, leave those comments down below. And also, Subscribe as well if you want to see more of these videos in the future, and that's actually pretty much it. Once again, hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.